I hope everyone's doing well and staying healthy. We miss you here, but we're so happy to be able to do these Instagram Lives. This also will be available on Facebook and YouTube, so you can check it out if you're not ready to do the workout with me quite yet. This workout is designed to use a ball. Now, I know not everyone has a fitness ball at home, so I would suggest getting a play ball, getting a soccer ball, anything that's a ball that you can use. But because if you're just using a regular ball, it's not rated to be a fitness ball. So when we're using these balls, we can actually put body weight on there. We can do a little bit more with them. So I am not going to include those type of exercises in this workout because we just want to make sure we're going to use the ball as a prop. It's going to help to increase awareness. It'll help to increase intensity, and it's just going to make it a little bit of a fun workout. So like I said, because not everyone has access to fitness balls, we wanted you to be able to do a workout with something that you would have around the house. It could be a good workout that you could even do with your kids or your partner. So hopefully you enjoy this. As always, we want to start off with a dynamic warm-up. Just to start warming up the joints and ligaments, start to get the heart rate increased, core temperature increased, and also to get you set and ready for the workout. Also, a little bit about this workout, we're really going to be focusing on legs, hips, and core. So that's going to be the primary focus of the workout. So I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, you can always, I think Darren, type in some questions, and I'm hoping we can do that. But sure, Darren's saying sure.
If somebody asks a question, I will stop and let you know.
Awesome. And even afterwards, if you have any questions, you can always contact us and we can help clarify. So again, we're going to start with a nice little warm-up, warming up those joints. We want to make sure we're prepared for the exercise. The other thing that I want you to keep in mind is we want to focus on proper posture. So we're not going to have any injuries when we're doing this. If we've got ourselves in a good postural position, we're going to be strong and ready for the exercises. We also want to engage the core. So engaging the core is simply pulling that belly button up and slightly in. A little gentle contraction to keep the powerhouse of the body nice and strong and stable. So as you're doing the exercises, listen to your body. If something doesn't feel good, you want to back off from that exercise. So we just want you to have fun, enjoy, keep your body moving, stay healthy. So what we're going to start with is just a warm-up. I'll turn different angles so you can see what I'm doing, but we want our shoulders back and down. We have nice long collarbones, engage the abdominals. We're just going to start with a nice little squat. So as we squat, we're going to push the butt back like we're reaching for a chair that's too far behind us. We're going to keep our spine long, so we're not going to be rounding our shoulders or rounding our spine. We want to take a peek down, making sure those knees are behind the toes. We're just going to gently hold this ball. So just by gently squeezing the ball, you're going to have your shoulder blades engaged, the muscles around the shoulder blades. You're going to have that core engaged just by that gentle squeeze of the ball. So super effective. Here, as we're squatting, we're warming up the ankles, knees, and hips. We want to do about a 5 to 7 minute warm-up. Now we want to get those shoulders into the movement or into the warm-up. I'm going to press the ball overhead. You want to make sure you're breathing throughout your workout. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to take my stance a little bit wider. I'm going to turn this way. I'm going to take keeping my spine still long. I'm going to try and go deeper into my squat, but just as deep as what feels good for you. Everyone's going to have their own range of motion. Our back is still staying long, so as the ball comes through, we're not rounding our spine. We're pressing through our heels, and we're breathing. Okay, so opening up those hips a little bit more. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now what we're going to do is we're going to rotate, turn our body, warm up that spine. Good. Watch the ball. Turn the whole body in the direction of the ball. So we've got that rotation of the spine. Good. And last one. Now what we're going to do, we're going to hold our squat. Isometrically hold the squat. Take the ball out in front of us. Pull our shoulders back and down. Now what I'm going to do is watch the ball, or watch where the ball starts, and I'm going to do a little golf swing. Good. So I'm just keeping my spine still, watching the ball where it started from. Now I'm going to add a little bit more movement. I'm going to now watch the ball and rotate. Good, so watching the travel of the ball, turning that body. Now I'm going to hold it here, hands on side of the ball. I'm going to turn my hands top and bottom. My shoulders are going to stay back. My legs are working. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to hold it here. Now I'm going to go to the other side. Starting, watching where that ball starts from. Not turning the body yet. Back elbows bending. Front arms staying long. Good. My legs are feeling this. Now I'm going to add a little bit more movement, and I'm going to watch that ball. A little bit like a wood chopper. Getting the whole body into the movement. 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to march on the spot. Good, just gently holding that ball, keeping my shoulder blades back and down, engaging the core. 4, 3, 2, taking my feet a little wider, holding that ball with a gentle squeeze, and bringing it in. So that's a simple little warm-up that you can do. Now we're going to start with our workout. You're going to place the ball just between your knees. Now remember, if you don't have a ball rated for exercise, you're just going to do a gentle squeeze. You're going to gently squeeze the ball as you squat, squeeze the ball as you stand up. As you do that squeeze, we're working quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes. Adding the ball gets those adductors working. So just adds a little bit more to the exercise. Good. Keep going. Squeeze that ball gently. So you're not trying to pop the ball. You're just trying to get some awareness. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I can sit down and hold this squat with the long back and just a gentle squeeze. So isometrically, quads are working, and then dynamically, the adductors, inner thighs. Good, so you should start to feel this. Remember, it's just a gentle squeeze. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to take the ball up. I'm going to press it up to the sky. I'm going to lean forward. I'm going to look to my knees, stretch out the back of the legs, slide the shoulders away, and then one vertebrae at a time, I'm going to roll up. Now we're going to do some balance work. So if you find balance is a challenge, you can do it beside your cupboard or your counter is the word I'm looking for. Hold the leg up here. Now you can just do this with one hand, reaching up and down. So here, challenging our balance. Balance is a part of fitness. We need to train it. If we don't train our balance, we start to lose it. So really try every day to train your balance. So now I'm going to hold the ball up, and I'm going to bring the knee up as the ball comes down. Again, make it a little more challenging. You can tell I haven't worked my balance a lot during this time, so this is good. 3, and 2, and 1. Now I'm going to hold it up here. I'm going to lean forward, and again, if I need a little bit more balance or a support, I am going to use the chair. So I'm going to tip forward. My back is going to stay long. I'm not going to flex my spine. This is where we're using the ball to increase awareness. So you touch the ball down, single leg squat, and lift it up. Exhale as you press away. 4, and 3, and 2, and hold it. Now just holding the ball with one or both hands, lift and lower that back leg. So now we're starting to get the glutes of the leg that's moving into the action. 3, 2, and 1, and step it in. So this leg that wasn't doing the movement is really, really sore. So it has been worked. It was my stabilizer. Now we're not going to forget about the other side. I'm going to bring it down and up, bringing the ball down and up. Again, you can add and use both hands. Excellent. Sitting up nice and strong. If you start to go off balance, slow the movement down. But every time you go off balance, you're training your balance. So that's a good thing. 2, and 1. Taking the ball into the hand, stretching back, keeping the spine long, looking straight down at the floor. We're going to do that one-legged squat. Using that ball as a target to try and touch the floor. We're still sending our hips back, so our knee is not traveling over the toe. I'm going to do 2 more. Last one. Now we're going to hold it. We're going to tip forward. We're going to lift and lower that back leg. Now my body wants to drift to this side, so I have to work this side of the body a lot to stay nice and strong. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We press the foot down, press the ball up, shoulders stay down, abdominals stay engaged. We're going to exhale, fold forward. We're going to look to our knees, not our toes. We can bring that ball above the knees, go into a flat back. Our shoulders slide down, our collarbones stay long. We're going to stretch and lengthen that spine. Now we're going to fold forward again. And then lengthen the spine. Bend the knees, push the ball to the sky. Shoulders are down. Gently squeeze the ball. Rotate the rib cage to each side. Pulling those abdominals in. Good, nice rotation for the spine. Then we want to do a nice side bend. So again, I'm gently squeezing that ball. That's getting my brain to think about engaging my shoulders, the muscles around my shoulders, and the core. Good. One more time. And good. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my feet wide and I'm going to laterally turn them out from the hip. So the head of the femur is turning out. I'm going to sit. I'm going to take the ball on a diagonal. Then I'm going to draw the ball across and out. So as I draw the ball across, I'm going to turn towards that leg. So as I do that, I'm working the obliques. Exhale. Good, gentle squeeze of the ball. 2 more. And last time. Good, sitting it down, going the other way. So diagonal, pull it across, rotate, don't slouch the back, and turn. Turn. Good. 2 more. And last one. Good. Let's sit here and do some squats. Gently squeeze the ball. Shoulders back. And 1. Excellent. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the ball, we're going to tuck it behind our hamstring and our calf. We're going to keep the heel up, posture tall. What What I'm going to do is gently squeeze that ball. So here, hamstrings are doing a lot of the work. Okay, posture, breathing. It's like a little hamstring curl. But you can see we're just gently squeezing the ball. Again, with or without support. You choose. Now, I'm going to squeeze the ball. Still feeling my hamstring work. I'm not going to let my shin go, otherwise I'll be chasing the ball around. And I'm going to press that heel back, taking the work so we're firing more into the glutes. Okay, so it's like you're pushing a big spring behind you, but you have to keep that ball there. If you lower that lower leg, that ball is going to run away from you. 3, 2, and 1. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch hands. I'm going to reach across to the ball, sit up nice, or stand up nice and tall, and I'm going to rotate the leg outward. Still going to stay up tall, and I'm going to lift and lift. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. I'm going to take that ball away from me. And move the chair here so you can see we have to do that other leg. So again, place the ball. Knee is under hip. Stand up nice and tall, push that hip forward, and just gently squeeze the ball. Now don't let your ribs pop here. Stay engaged. Knee under hip. Shoulders back. Squeeze. Squeeze. Okay, so here, hamstrings doing a lot of the work. Now we're going to hold it here. I'm going to push the heel back. So imagine there's a big spring on your heel and you're pushing into it without collapsing forward or arching that back. You got to stay strong. So first exercise, knee was under the hip. This time knee comes parallel and press back. Parallel and press back. Now I'm going to reach around with my opposite hand, turn the knee out, and give myself a little lift. So I've turned the head of the femur in the hip socket just to challenge those hip muscles a little bit more and differently. 3, 2, and 1. Then we're going to take the ball away. Whew. Okay, feeling this. This next exercise, we're going to place the ball just under the knee along the shin. Now remember, we are not putting a lot of weight onto this ball. We're just using it to feel. So the focus is going to be to press down, down and up. You can take your arms to genie arms. So you're just kind of touching the ball, pressing it down, lifting it up. Then, so we're doing up and down. I'm going to hold it here and I'm going to press down. Little pulsing action. Hands can be here for more support. So the emphasis is on the way down. Now I'm going to hold it here. Hands can stay here. Arms can come up. My emphasis is on a lift up now. So lift up, lift up. You might not notice the difference, but when you're doing this, focus on lifting up. Now little pulses up, 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 up. 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to lean forward and I'm just going to stretch it out. My knee is going to stay in front or behind the toe. I'm going to turn. Hopefully that ball will stay where it is, and I'm going to go to the other side. Okay? Might not look too graceful. Emphasis on the press down. Genie arms or not. Pulse it down. Hold it. Arms up or down. Emphasis on the lift up. Pulse it up. And good. Come back to center. Take the ball, roll it in front of you, stretch it out. Really think about lifting the tailbone, Lifting the sit bones. We forgot to do the little runner stretch on this side, so we'll just add it in. Okay. Dropping the hips, lengthening the spine, pulling the abdominals off the thigh. And then coming back. Stretching it out, and you can roll that ball away from you. Slide the shoulders away and breathe. Good, and then roll the ball back, bend the knees, hands above the knees, roll up that spine. Good. Whew. I'm sweating, feeling like all my legs have been worked. Now we're gonna go down onto the floor. Okay, so always remember, engage that core. You wanna nod that chin so you've got a small ball between your chin and your chest. You don't want that chin and the eye gaze looking up. All the weight will stay in the neck. So you want to nod that chin, look over the quads. If you need support for your head, you can take it. You can hold the ball here, roll it up, or you can roll up with the ball. Exhale as you come up, looking at the ball, not the ceiling. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take the ball between the knees. Bring the heels in a little bit closer. Gently squeeze the ball. Again, that's going to fire those inner thighs. So inner thighs are working. Glutes, hamstrings are working to do that bridge position. Keeping the core engaged. Okay, we're just lifting the hips, and then we're lowering them to a hover, then lifting them back up again. 4, 3, 2. Now, if you want to make this a little more challenging, what you can do is lift the hips up and lengthen one leg. Okay, then my body's going to want to do this. So I'm going to keep that hip lifted and parallel. Then I'm going to lift and lower. This makes it a lot harder, so if you don't want to go to this one, don't. Okay, keeping those hips even. I'm going to take my legs down, lower my hips, take a little break. Might need to reposition that ball again. Lift the hips up, lengthen the other leg. So again, I'm going to want to do this, but I'm going to stay strong. Lift and lower. Exhale as you lift up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it down. Now I'm going to take the ball in my hands. I'm going to give it a gentle squeeze. Starts engaging the muscles a little bit more. I'm going to take one leg up, extend it to the sky. If that feels okay, we'll take both legs up. But you can do this with one leg. You don't have to do both legs. You take that ball over the head as far as you can go without feeling that back wanting to arch. Okay, so if you're doing it with both legs, head can stay down. Only take the legs as far away from you as you can maintain here. Oops, there we go. You can add a flexion up. Exhale, exhale, exhale. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Relax that head down. Take your legs to one side, take your arms to the other, look towards that ball. Arms and legs the other way, look towards that ball. Come back to center. Take the ball, and this one is a great one, but sometimes you might have to adjust the ball a bit. What you're going to do is rotate, front leg, front of the ball, back leg, back of the ball. Let's come back to center. Rotate, come back to center. Rotate, come back to center. Rotate. Now, if you want to take it just a little bit further, you rotate, you lower, you lift, you come back to center. You rotate, you lower, lift. Remember, you're only lowering those legs as far as you can maintain a strong connection. If you start to feel it in your back, you need to back off. One more time. Come back to center. Take the ball away. Excellent. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into a side plank. So down on your forearm, shoulders stabilized. Bottom leg can stay bent for support. Bottom legs can be separated, legs can be separated, or the legs can be stacked. But we're just going to keep that bottom leg down. Shoulders are back. We're going to lift our hips up. So we're going to keep engaged. Take our ball, reach up and down, up and down. We're keeping it a nice, straight, strong diagonal. 4, 3, and 2. Now we're going to lift up. We're going to rotate under and back. Now the ball's kind of a little bit big, so I'm going to take that ball away for a moment. Rotate under and up. Rotate under. Look in the direction of the rotation. And up. One more time. And up. Other side. Don't want to forget one side. Lift the hips up. Stabilize the shoulder blades. Just starting, touching the ball down. As my arm comes back, I'm feeling a nice stretch through my pecs. I'm breathing. 4, 3, 2, don't roll forward as that arm comes down. Place the ball here. Rotate, lift up. Exhale, rotate. Lift up. Rotate. Lift up. 2 more. And up. And last time. And up. Good. And then lower down. Good. So now what we're going to do is, I'm going to take the ball, I'm going to place it between our feet. We're going to make those frog legs, so knees are open. Hands can stay behind the head for extra support, or they can come down by the hips. You're going to flex up, and then we're going to draw our rib to our hip, staying flexed up, rotating. We're not looking at the ceiling, we're looking through the legs. We've got a gentle squeeze of that ball. Turning, rotating, 3, and 2, and 1. Now what we're doing, we come up on our forearms, lengthen our spine. Bring the legs up, open, and close the legs. So that ball is pretty wobbly, so I've got to really focus on this clamshell movement. I'm not dropping through my shoulders. I'm lengthening my spine. I'm opening and closing from the hips. 3, and 2, and 1. Taking the ball away. Whew. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little bit more for those glutes. Remember we did this standing. You can always do this on all fours. So, making sure this knee is directly under the hip, you lift this leg up. Body is going to want to do this. We want to stay center. Our spine stays long. Shoulders away. Just going to lift. So this is very much the same as we did standing. You're going to lower and then lift. You're going to stay connected through the front. You're not going to arch that back. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to hold it here. We're going to roll that toe under. We're going to leave this leg where it is. And we're just going to lift into a hover. And lower down. It doesn't look like much, but it's hard. Stabilize. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift that knee. Hold it. And down. Whew, we're going to do 2 more. Stabilize. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Hold. And down. Last time, inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And down. course, we've got to do that other side. So you might find one side is stronger and smarter than the other. That's typical. Remember, we don't want to lean. Pull the shoulders back. Lift and lower. So try and really straighten up through here. Breathe. Heel pressing to the sky. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Tuck the toe under. Lift the knee up. Hold it. And down. Inhale. Exhale. We've got 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Don't let that knee drop. Mine was. Last time. Hold. And down. Of course, this can always be done on the forearms as well. Now, we can use the ball for our stretching. And sit up nice and tall. Separate the legs. And we're going to just walk our fingertips out on the ball. Shoulders stay down. And reach forward. Then, we're going to roll the ball. If you need to bend those knees slightly, you can. Good. Press away. Looking at the floor. Hold it. Breathe. And roll up. Stack up those vertebrae. Roll out. From the bottom of the spine, articulate forward. Stack up those vertebrae. Now what we're going to do is we're going to roll that ball down on a diagonal. We're not going to let our shoulders come up. We're not going to let this hip lift. So you're going to hold it here. Shoulders stay down. Walk the ball back up. Stack. So you can see I'm turned on a diagonal. Not looking straight forward. And then I'm rolling down, planting this sit bone. And then I'm rolling up. Now we're going to go the other way. Diagonally down the leg, walking the hands out, not letting that sit bone become unevenly weighted, and lengthen up. Then we're going to roll out again. Stretch it. Shoulders down. And come back. Each time we might be able to get a little bit deeper in that stretch. Roll it out. Fingertips. Stretching. Stacking those vertebrae. Feels really good for the spine. Roll out. Hold it. And come back in. I'm going to sit cross-legged. I'm going to take the ball to the side. I'm going to roll the ball out, and then we're going to reach this arm over. So we've got a nice lateral bend of the spine. And we're going to walk it back in. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale. And come back in. Another leg position you can do is a zigzag. You can roll it, stretch it. So some of you that might feel a little bit better on your hips. And come back up. Inhale. Exhale. Try not to roll forward like I'm doing. And come back up. So I'm going to do it on the other side. We'll start with that crisscross position. Fingertips, fingertips on the ball. So then we've got room to roll the heel of the hand onto the ball. We come back up. Breathing is so important. Roll, walk it out, come back up, crisscross or zigzag the legs. See, I can tell this side is a lot tighter for me. Don't have the same range of motion. That's okay. I just need to work on it. Could be from injury, could be from overuse, repetitive movements. As long as we become aware of what's happening in our body and try and fix it, that's the most important thing. So now we can take the ball away. We did a lot of work for our legs. So I'm going to stretch out those quadriceps, keeping the knee in line with the hip. reaching. If you can't quite reach the leg, you can get a strap, a necktie, a belt from a robe to help you with that stretch. Push this hip forward, push the foot back into your hand or the strap, whatever you're using. Don't collapse down. Think about still having energy. Good. So we've done these stretches in a number of different videos, but they're very effective, so you want to include them. Good. Laying onto the back, stretching that leg up, pulling that leg towards you without peeling the tailbone off the ground. Talked about ankle mobility, so important. Pointing and flexing, circling their ankle in one direction and the other. And I don't know about you, I'm doing a lot more walking nowadays with the weather being nice. So we really want to work those ankles and mobilize them. Stretch. You can come down, you can stay up. Shoulders back. This bottom leg can be stretched out. Breathing, pushing that hip forward, the foot back, lengthening, breathing. And then come back. Turn onto your back to get that hamstring stretched out. Remember, we don't want that tailbone peeling off the ground. If we pull our leg and we start to lift our tailbone up, we're not effectively stretching that hamstring anymore. Point and flex. Circle the ankle, one direction. Circle the ankle the other direction. Place the foot down. This is always one of my favorite stretches. We did it in the workout. Stretch the arms to one side, knees to the other. Lengthen the distance between the hips and the rib. Come back to center, stretch the other way. Breathing, relaxing. Come back to center. You can either roll onto your side to get up. And we're going to sit cross-legged again if that feels comfortable for you. If not, you find what's going to work for you. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthening that spine. Taking a deep breath in through your nose. Exhaling through pursed lips. Inhale. You can take those eyes to close. Focus on that the breath moving through the body. Find points of tension or stress in the body. Breathe that breath into it. And then as you exhale, exhale all that stress and tension out of the body. Let's drop our ear to our shoulder. Turn your nose to your armpit. Back to shoulder and up. Ear to shoulder. Nose to armpit. Back to center and up. Drop your chin to your chest. Just a nice stretch. And up. And one more time. And up. So thank you everyone for joining me. Hopefully you can see how using a simple play ball can be an effective tool in your workout and just makes it kind of fun. So I wish everyone a great day. Stay healthy and stay well.